All right, good evening and welcome back here to West Central High School. We're getting set for game number 2 of 3 here tonight. It's going to be the Argos Lady Dragons, and they're going to be taking on the Winamac Lady Warriors for the girls varsity Winter Classic Championship game. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on RTC4.com. Steve Stricker alongside Andy Stone.
Hello, hello, and here we go.
We got Blake Thomas up there running the camera for us this evening. He's going to be here throughout, and we appreciate you tuning in to the games tonight. So for the game coming up here, the varsity team, Winamac, comes in at 9-5. They defeated South Central last night over at Winamac 40-35. The Lady Dragons come in with a 7-5 mark. They have not played, Andy, since the 19th of December.
Yikes.
When they defeated New Prairie 30-23 up at New Prairie. The reason they didn't play last night, the West Central was supposed to come to Argos to play 4 games, boys and girls combined, and they got scared away, I guess, from the snow.
I guess the weather or road conditions, they just, it was
made it part of the way there and decided that it was not conducive to make it all the way, and turned around and went home. And the AD between West Central and Argos came up with, I guess they just determined it to be a forfeit for West Central.
Well, how it's written in the program for the tournament originally when they did it was the game will be played at a later date, but if you are the one that cancels the game, you are out of contention for the actual trophy, and that other team that you were going to play advances to the round, but then they will play it at a later date if they so desire. So, yep, it's considered a no contest. Argos moves through, and then they can play at a later date, but we were told officially it is not a forfeit.
Okay.
So
they don't get credit for the win, so
nope.
They are still 7-5.
Yep.
I was kind of wondering how that worked. Winamac comes in. They are coached by first-year coach Cole Croft. He's 9-5 with the Lady Warriors this season. Coach Gary Teal is 87-42 in 6 seasons at Argos. He's 245 and 152 in 18 years overall. The common opponents, Winamac is 2-0. The Lady Dragons are 1-1. Argos holds the series lead 3-1 over the last 15 years. Winamac did win the regular season matchup on November 10th of this year, 46-35. That was one of those, Andy, that if you look back on it, take out the 4-minute stretch going into the halftime, and that's a 1-point game.
yeah, it is.
They went on a 10-0 run to go into the half. The one thing that the Lady Dragons did well in the first game is held their Winamac's star freshman, Lainey Joseph, to only 5 points. They're going to have to be big here tonight holding her. I mentioned it a little bit in the JV game. If you can make her go to her left, she's about 50% of what she is going to her right. I mean, she's very good going to her right. She's okay going to her left.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that you can do to slow her down. But she is a big body. She goes about 5'9", 5'10", handles the ball. She's a guard for them. So she's a very high-quality player. They've also got another freshman that starts, and a 6-footer in Smith, Maggie Smith. And then you can't forget about Kopka and Brogdon as well. So they've got a lot of weapons. The Lady Dragons really did a good job against them the first game that they played earlier in November, save for that 4-minute stretch. So if they can clean that up, not have that little – and they've been doing a lot better lately. Of course, you know, they went 3-1 in December. All 4 games that they've played, well, actually, all their games they've played in December now, because they didn't get to play last night, are going to end up being road games. So even though they are the home team on the scoreboard.
Well, yeah, we hope that they're well rested, but we don't want them to be rusty and complacent and not come out with a serious intensity, which is what we're going to need against this quality team. We're going to have to be fired up. We're going to have to be hustling and high pressure on the ball, and giving them no chance to set up and run what they want to do, because they will pick us apart. They got some quality there, and we've seen it with that, like we said, that 10-point run. We were high pressure, and then we kind of fell off of our game, and they really made us pay the first time we played each other.
All righty, Andy. So we're going to do the starting lineups. I guess we're going to start with the visitors on the scoreboard. It's going to be the Winamac Lady Warriors.
All right, 5'4" senior Abby Manikowski. A 5'9" senior Macy Stricker. A 5'8" sophomore Morgan Dunlap. And 5'9" sophomore Macy Morris. And then number 44, Rachel Kuntz, 5'10" senior, going to be taking the jump for the Lady Dragons. What?
What was that little dance that Macy and
I have no idea
Vanderbilt
what
were
they're doing. Squirrels, who knows? They're girls. They're having fun. They're working hard. They want to. Well, I guess, hey, if it gets them pumped up and they have a quality game, I don't care.
Right.
It's all good.
So Kuntz going up against the 6-footer Maggie Smith here for the tip. Getting set to get going here from West Central.
And it's knocked over to Stricker, and here she comes immediately. And the Dragons across time like and going to go with some speed. Kicks it over to Dunlap.
A little man-to-man to start the game here for Winamac.
That's right. There's the first foul of the game. I'm sorry. Stricker has it. Gives it to Morris. Morris turns, puts it up, and it's all. She gets herself underneath the backboard and has a little bit of an issue getting it.
Like to see her turn and put that up maybe without that dribble.
Caddy corner. Dragons are in a kind of a.
Looks like a 1-2-2.
1-2-2. Leaves it wide open, and there's an easy bucket.
Smith puts in the first points of the game for the Lady Warriors.
Manikowski gets it, kicks it over, and that's a great pass to Morris. Morris turns, back over to Manikowski for three, and it's just off the mark. Ball's loose, and there goes the rebound to Winamac. And it's going to be a fast-paced game. It's end-to-end already.
Sanders did a nice job of blocking out down there.
Here's a three, and it's in.
Brogdon with three, and the Winamac team
There's the
is
first
up
foul of the game.
5-0 early. They're going to call 14 Haley Sanders on the foul. That's her first, team's first.
Well, Manikowski was open for a three. It did hit the rim. It was close, but it's where the Dragons are going to have to be crucial. We're going to have to put the ball in the bucket. Unlike, there's a hand on her. Yeah.
So they're going to get Lainey Joseph. That's going to be her first, team second.
They're going to have to be a little bit more consistent with compared to the JV squad at the moment. So we know what the ladies got potential. Kuntz goes to the corner, and it's tipped out of bounds. Stacks it up here. Throw-ins from Manikowski. Gets it to Kuntz. Manikowski comes and gets it. Goes around the top of the key. Looks. Turns it over. Stricker. And there's a nutmeg pass. Unfortunately, it's through the legs and out of bounds. First turnover of the game for the Lady Dragons. A little bit hard for the distance in between them, and Manikowski was unable to get to it. It's a high pass, and Dunlap read it well, just couldn't get there in time. There's a caddy corner, and it's a turnover for Lady Warriors. So this possession, both teams a little bit sloppy, goes back. Gets it over to Kuntz, goes through, kicks it back over to Dunlap. Dunlap's got an easy lane and goes over. Morris shot, misses, and over the back, number 22. And that's a great position from Manikowski. Rebound.
That's going to be on Brogdon. It's going to be her first, team's third. Stricker's going to inbounds baseline right.
And that's what we'd like to see. They got to do it quick. Dunlap's going to get it, and there's the layup, and it's in for 2.
That was a nice catch by Dunlap. I don't know how she got a hold of that.
It was she managed to corral it and then took it straight in. And there's a nice pass in, and they're going to rotate it down. Shot, and Winamac puts it in.
You got to get a hand in her face. You can't leave her open like that. She'll hit that every time.
Dunlap kicks it over to Stricker. Across the timeline. Kuntz wide open, shot, and puts it in for 2. Good vision from Stricker to see Kuntz on that backside.
Dragons within 3. Good defense by Dunlap.
And there's a steal, and Winamac, it's out of bounds, and it's going to be Dragons' ball. Manikowski broke it up, went off of Winamac, went out of grounds. Here we go. Stricker's going to throw it in, gets it over to Dunlap. Stricker. Dunlap's going to cross the timeline, no problem. And there's a high pass, and Kuntz comes and gets it. She's blocked. Kuntz has it, or Morris has it. Kicks it over to Stricker. Dragons down by 3. And Dunlap maintains it, kicks it over to Kuntz. Manikowski. Double down as coach calls a play. Stricker down low. And that's just missed. Rebound, it's a battle, and it's a jump ball.
It's going to be
Winamac.
Yep. That's a nice entry pass there. A nice post up by Dunlap, just unable to convert.
And that's something we haven't seen a lot of Dunlap this year is post moves, but that was quality, just unfortunate it didn't go in. Used the glass, everything was close. Dragons down by 3. The pressure's on, it's loose.
Oh!
And it dances.
Dunlap went down it's hard right there. Her feet went like 6 different directions at one time.
It was an ugly looking thing. It was a great tip away, but unfortunately couldn't keep her balance, and everybody just kind of paused and went, ooh. So
I think I would have broken half if I would have went like that.
Well, Steve, we'd be in a pause right now because we'd have had the stretcher out there getting you off the floor. Looks. And there's a tap by Morris, and there's a quick. Oh, I should have been a foul. She made connection with the body, but it was kind of a loose ball, so it was a player control between the two. There's the foul by Dunlap. First foul for the Lady Dragons off of Dunlap's tonight.
The foul is on Morgan Dunlap.
That's going to be her first. That's going to be the team's first with 3:51 left here in the first quarter.
And the bank is open. The bank and a roll all in one, right?
Brum puts it in, and the Warriors are up 8-4. Cagney Hoffman's going to check in for Manikowski.
With that much movement, you got the whole bank roll of quarters on that.
Brum with the second one. It's up in the air.
And that one's off, and it's tapped out of bounds.
Yep. It's going to be off of Joseph.
Dragons. Yep. Kuntz has got to get a little bit stronger block out to prevent that tap like that. All right, Stricker gets it in, gets it back from Dunlap. Over to Hoffman. And Dragons rotate it, no problem. Kicks it caddy corner, Stricker for 3, and that's a big one, and it's just off the mark. Ball's loose, and Morris gets one in the chops. She's wiping her nose and mouth, making sure she's not bleeding.
Is she?
I couldn't tell at the moment.
Nose is awful red right there.
Yep.
Don't see any blood coming out of it.
And it's out of bounds, and it's going to be Dragons ball.
So Winamac with their 4th turnover here.
I think
in the
Morris
first
might
quarter.
be bleeding. I don't know. Can't tell.
If it's
I think she is. Dunlap's second foul. Morris has got a scratch under her nose is what it is.
The foul is on Morgan Dunlap.
Yeah, she got hit pretty good.
So Dunlap with her second, team's second.
Good.
Yeah. They're going to need her on the floor. I don't know how long Coach Teal can leave her out there with 2 fouls still in the first quarter.
Missed. And Kuntz mistimes the jump and the rebound, and then here's the three, and it's off the mark. Rebound again goes to Winamac, and it's brought down and then tied up by Kuntz, and it's going to be Dragons ball.
Toyed up by
Kuntz. And I think they noticed Morris might have a scratch on it, and now Morris is probably going to be coming out. Oh, nope, it's Dunlap. Looks like they got the med kit out, but they're being watching Morris, but I'm not real sure. Stricker gets the ball across timeline, turns it towards her, tipped, and there it goes. Hoffman. Morris. Oh, Morris is wide open, and the pass is late.
Good job by Brogdon right there. She read that pass.
Well, when the pass should have come a little bit earlier because she was open on the initial, but by the time it came, it was too late. Kicks it low. And there's the first foul on Stricker.
Foul is on Macy Stricker.
And it's going to put Brum at the line shooting 2. She's 1 of 2 from the line. Coach Teal wants a full timeout. Talk it over. They're down 8-4 with 2:22 left to go here.
Yeah,
in
they're
the
looking
first.
at Morris. That's what the big thing is.
All right, we're going to take a break and come back here from West Central High School in just a moment.
RTC Fiber Communications is now serving the community of Argos. Now you can enjoy the incredibly fast speed and reliability of fiber internet. Stream movies, surf the web, or watch your favorite local videos on rtc4.com. All from RTC Fiber Communications, now serving Argos. Give RTC a call today or check us out online at www.rtc1.com.
All right, welcome back here to West Central High School. We got 2:22 left to go in the first quarter. The Lady Warriors with an 8-4 lead over the Lady Dragons, and Jillian Brum is going to be at the line shooting 2. Macy Stricker picked up the foul on the post move inside. So we've got Stricker with 1 and Morgan Dunlap on the bench now with 2 fouls. So we'll see the pressure so far from the Lady Warriors. Lady Dragons only have 2 turnovers, but they've not been able to get off very many easy shots so far.
Yep. Now Winamac's at the line.
So the first one for Brum is up and good. She's 2 of 3 now.
Well, now here's the biggest thing is the Lady Dragons have to use their head. One of their 2 main point guards has 2 fouls, and the other one has 1 now. So Stricker's got to maintain control.
Brum hits them both. 10-4 is the Winamac lead.
Stricker comes across the timeline. Looks. Fakes. Hoffman has it. Morris. Manikowski. Just get that to where they can just foul every time on that one, and we'll be at the line early in the half. And there's a lane. Pulls it up. Kuntz.
Good patience here by the Dragons. Good defense by the Warriors.
Didn't touch anybody. It'd be Winamac's ball. Well, no foul, no call.
Alrighty.
No call, and caused the Lady Dragons a little confusion on it. Winamac gets it in, kicks it out, wide open for a 3, and it's short. Gets the rebound, lays it in backwards, and rebound goes to Stricker. Manikowski to Stricker. Shield, nice little screen there. Kuntz kicks it down. Hoffman fakes. Kuntz, girls got a bounce pass or straight to their hands, not to their feet. Kuntz takes a shot, misses. Rebound goes to Hoffman. She's the travel. Just like the JV, just not putting the ball in the bucket. They're getting some shots.
Number 20, Courtney Kopka.
Just not putting it in.
Courtney Kopka, 5'6" senior, is going to give the freshman Joseph a break. Finish out the last 45 seconds here of the first quarter.
Well, this early in the game. And that's got to be read better by the help side defense. There's a cutter. And there's a second foul by Stricker.
The foul is on Macy Stricker.
Well, that's a problem.
I just talked about it in the first quarter. Now we got them two of them. We just mentioned it.
Stricker and Dunlap with 2 first quarter fouls here for the Lady Dragons. This zone defense is not rotating very well here tonight, and they're leaving people open on the backside, and that's what's causing those foul issues. I don't know if Coach Teal wants to take Stricker and Dunlap off the floor at the same time.
They can't. There's an offensive rebound. Long missed free throw, and there's hardly much you can do about them when they bounce that far out. Kicks it over. Winamac. There it is. And there's a steal by Morris. Stricker fakes. Kuntz. And no shot, no good.
Well, the first quarter, much like the JV game, the Lady Dragons only get 4 points on the board. They're down 10-4 after one, with Morgan Dunlap and Macy Stricker both with 2 fouls apiece. So they're going to have an uphill battle here to climb in the second quarter. We're going to come back here with more Winter Classic Championship game action in just a moment.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Right. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argos and Rochester.
All right, second quarter getting set to get underway here. The Lady Dragons have fallen behind 10-4 after one. And
just got to put the ball in the bucket. I mean, we've had a few shots. We got a little bit better control. What do we have for turnovers? 3, maybe?
We had 4. They had 5.
Okay.
But once again, not able to convert those turnovers into any points. That's the biggest thing that's kind of been a bugaboo for the Lady Dragons throughout the year, is converting points into, turnovers into points.
Yep. Winamac has it, moves it around, kicks it out, and there's, Hoffman just about gets it. But that's once again, it shows a bounce pass can sometimes get through where a straight one will not. Shot's missed. And it's loose, and a putback by Winamac. That's train wreck rebounding, unfortunately for the Dragons.
Brum has 5 points already for the Lady Warriors.
Hoffman goes in, goes across timeline, turns, kicks it over to Morris. Manikowski was wide open. Stricker has it. Gives it over to Morris for 3, and that's a good shot, and it's just long and doesn't go after the rebound. And once again, it makes it too easy for the Lady Warriors. And now, up by 8, they have the ball and moving around very well. And here's a long 3, and it's short. And once again, a nice offensive rebound, and the Lady Dragons can't get it. And then another.
Second chance opportunities here for the Warriors.
Second, third, geez, Pete.
They're going to make their advantage of it. There's a 2-pointer.
There it is.
And
2 more.
Good.
And the Lady Dragons are just not in it at the moment. And Coach Teal's got to call another timeout.
30-second Argos timeout.
That bucket by Brogdon makes it a 10-point lead.
Oof.
We've got a 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep it right here with 6:21 left to go here in the first half. The Lady Dragons suffering the same ill effects of 11 days off that the junior varsity team, I think, suffered.
Yep.
Only scoring 3 in the first half of their game. So far, Jillian Brom has been an animal inside at 5'10", junior. She's got 3 for 4 from the free throw line. She's caused 2 fouls on Stricker, and then she also just got a couple of offensive rebounds for the Lady Warriors. So the Lady Dragons, Coach Teal's going to come back with Morgan Dunlap here with 2 fouls.
He's going to have to. I mean, what? And there's a pass trying to go over the top of a player that's 4 inches height advantage, and that does not work well.
Try 9.
Okay. Catches it, kicks it down low. Kicks it over, and they throw it away, and it's over and back.
All right, so a turnover here for the Lady Warriors. Morgan Dunlap's going to come back in for Cagney Hoffman. So you got Morgan Dunlap and Macy Stricker both on the floor with 2 fouls here in the first half, so they're going to have to be smart.
Yep. Kicks across, just about lost it. Gives it over to Manikowski. Gets a bounce pass through. Stricker takes it, goes over. Manikowski, top of the key.
They are just not sharp.
Oh, my goodness. Kicks it over. Morris. Over to Manikowski. Drives down low, and she's blocked.
Joseph gets Manikowski from behind. That was a good, clean block. Just waited for the ball to get up there. Brogdon's going to take a 3. It's going to be off the mark.
Manikowski with a huge rebound. Gives it over to Stricker. Stricker has it. Dunlap, she's fouled from behind, number 20.
It's going to be on Courtney Kopka. That'll be her first, team's 4th.
Excuse me. Oof. I tell you what.
Stricker's going to trigger inbounds baseline right.
And there's Morris. Turn, shot, and it's smooth. What a shot from Morris. Totally travels.
Don't foul her.
Official missing the call here, and there's way short. Wide open. Wow. Baby, oh boy.
Rebound bucket by Maggie Smith. She's got 4 points now for the Lady Warriors.
Man sakes, there's no excuse. They are killing them on the offensive boards.
It's got to be at least 6 offensive rebounds so far.
Yep.
Probably more.
And I tell you what, they probably got 4, at least 4 to 6 points off of those offensive rebounds.
Wow.
There's a two-handed shove on that, wasn't it? When she stepped sideways?
I don't know. Definitely different in end-to-end right now.
Kicks it out. Well, the Lady Dragons could have used that game last night. There's definitely no doubt about it. 2 said she was on the line. And Dragons are down 18-6. Dunlap's going coast to coast and misses.
She's going to go to the line shooting 2. They're going to get Smith on the foul. It's going to be her first. And then they got number 2, Brum.
Foul is on Jillian Brum.
Well, I don't know. It's just they're off at the moment.
Dunlap makes the first.
Now entering the game.
She's got 3.
Number 12, Ashley Keller, and number 14, Haley Sanders.
12, Keller comes in. Sanders comes back in for the Lady Warriors. Dunlap trying for her second. And she's good. She's got 4 now.
Here comes the press. Sort of press. They broke it back up afterwards. Manikowski's on it.
Jump ball. That's going to be the
Argos.
Dragons' ball.
If anybody's on the ground, it'll be Manikowski.
So they're only down 10, Andy. I don't think they can, pack up their bags just yet.
No, there's
they've
plenty of
gotta-
time left. You just got to wake up a little, start to get sharp. Put the ball in the bucket.
We knew coming out it was going to be a little tough.
Stricker comes across timeline. Shot. Misses. Kuntz from behind, and they're going to call the foul.
No, they're going to get Macy.
Nope.
No, he was
told
looking.
you.
He was looking at her.
Nah.
He was looking at her.
I called it. I got eyes, bro. Told you that before, man.
Foul is on Rachel
Perfect
Kuntz.
vision. Watch out.
Winamac with the ball up 10. 3 minutes left to go here in the first half.
Wow, that's a travel. She stepped before she even got rid of that ball. Shots up. Rebound goes to Dunlap.
There you go.
Shot. Puts
Yes.
it in. Morris.
I was
for
hoping
2.
she would see Morris. She had a
Yep.
nice break to the bucket. Cuts the lead to 8.
Dragons need to do that more often. Ball's coming down. Kicks it over. Fakes. Looks. Takes a step in the middle. Morris tips it. Lets it roll out of bounds.
Good defensive effort there by Macy.
Well, after this long of a break, it is hard to come out with that raw intensity that you need. And it looks like the Lady Dragons are shaking off some of the cobwebs now. There it is, a steal from Stricker. That's a good time for it. Now the Dragons need to convert it into some points. Stricker fakes. Shot, short. Rebound, Kuntz. Fouled.
Yes.
Kuntz is shooting 2.
She's going to get fouled by Haley Sanders, her second. It's going to put Rachel Kuntz at the line shooting 2. Good steal on the one end by
Yep.
Stricker. If Rachel can put these in, we can convert that into some points here.
Well, there's nothing wrong with getting the points, but it's even better when you prevent them from scoring and then add another foul, and that one's in and out.
Now entering the
You
game
put another
for
foul on
Winamac,
the books for them,
number
too.
22,
It's just an
Brogdon.
extra bonus beyond it, but we got to put these in. We cannot afford to leave anything on the table.
Brogdon checks back in for the Lady Warriors.
And she short on
Misses them
both.
Needs to get a little underneath that a little bit more.
Yep.
Kind of flat.
Here comes Cutter, and in the back. Rotates it around. It's just about stolen by Dunlap. Just about stolen, and it's loose, and Kuntz comes up with it. Fakes. Dunlap comes back, kicks it over, and it's stolen.
She forced that one.
Yep. And it's blocked out by Morris again with a great quick tip, and it's out of bounds.
The good news is, Andy, that was only the first turnover for the Lady Dragons here in the second quarter.
Yeah, well, turnovers.
The bad news is they're
not
still
killing us.
down
We're
8.
still not putting the ball in.
Right.
So, Dragons have stepped up their efforts. They've got more rebounds and steals in this one. And there's another one from Stricker. Gets a steal. Manikowski.
Tip by Brogdon.
Here comes 10-second clock again. Phil Manikowski gets across timeline. Over to Stricker. Kuntz. Manikowski. Morris. The Dragons look a little confused at the moment, trying to settle it in. There's 30 seconds left. Dunlap going to drive all the way in and lays it up and misses.
That would have been big
Yeah,
going
that
into
would
the
have
half.
been huge.
Dunlap and Stricker got to be smart here. You want to get a third foul.
It's funny you say that because Kelsey Hallball on the other side of the court, sitting on the front row, was telling Morgan just a minute ago, you be smart when they were coming back.
Oh!
Hurting her three-point average, but it was a nice shot.
Her three-point average stinks anyway.
All
right, after one half of play, the Lady Dragons down 18-10 here against the Winamac Lady Warriors. They're going to have a bit of a hill to climb here in the second half, but a little bit more life out of the Lady Dragons in that second quarter. So hopefully that's a sign of some things to come here. If they can dig back, maybe get it to within 4 after 3 quarters, then they'll have a lot better shot. So let's see what they can do. We're going to take a break and come back here with second half action from West Central High School here in just a minute.
There's no better time than right now to buy or refinance a home, and there's no better place to go for a mortgage loan than First Federal Savings Bank.
LLP are here to provide
Mortgage
the
interest
highest
rates
quality
are still
legal and
incredibly
professional
low,
service
so
to their
now's the
clients
perfect time to talk
presently
with one of
and
our
for
loan
the future.
experts.
See a full list of
variety of
services
mortgage
online
loans,
at
from conventional loans to
peterson-wagner.com.
FHA.
Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
All right, we're at half here from West Central. Game number 2. It's the Argos Lady Dragons varsity taking on the Winamac Lady Warriors varsity for the Winter Classic Championship game. Lady Dragons trying to three-peat, but right now they're down at half by 18-10. For the Winamac Lady Warriors, Brogdon had 7, Brom had 5, Maggie Smith with 4, and Lainey Joseph with 2 points for the Lady Warriors. On the Lady Dragons side, Morgan Dunlap had 4, Macy Morris had 4, and Rachel Kuntz with 2. So on the Winamac, Lainey Joseph with 2. On Argos, Macy Stricker has not scored yet. So the 2 pretty key players for both sides are kind of struggling.
But the other players for Winamac have stepped up, and that's really hurting the Dragons.
Right. They found Morris inside for a couple good ones. You saw Stricker late in that second half with a couple of big steals. They've got to really tighten things up here in the second half. They cannot give Winamac so many second chance opportunities. They forced Winamac into 10 first half turnovers. They've only committed 5 of their own, but they have not been able to, like we said, turn those into points on the other end. So, the second quarter, they kind of calmed down a little bit. It was a 8-6 quarter. Winamac still outscored them by 2, but, only scoring 4 in the first quarter. They came back and did a little bit better in the second. So they're going to have to come out. They're just going to have to play their game. Remember, how to play. Forget about the Christmas cookies because apparently they all had a bunch of them.
I guess.
And just play some ball. So got 2 quarters of play left to go here. Hopefully they can pick things up here in the second half, and it'd be nice to see them come home with another championship trophy.
Well, yeah, this is potentially, if the Dragons work it and do it right, come back. This will be 3 straight years, but they're going to have to really buckle down.
Yeah.
They did step up. We ended up gaining at the beginning or at the end of the first quarter. We had 1 rebound. At the end of the half, we had 6 rebounds and 4 steals. So a huge change from quarter to quarter. Now we just need to double that again next quarter and then keep it consistent and really challenge for putting buckets in after we steal it.
Yeah, I think their rotation was a lot better in that second quarter, obviously, than it was in the first, and you saw that with both Dunlap and Stricker getting those 2 first quarter fouls, and you know, they're going to have to be smart with their fouls here in the second half, but you kind of get a reset. You got 2 fouls in the first half. You know, that's not that bad. You'd like to come out here in this third quarter. You'd like to see Stricker get some buckets in, and as well as Dunlap. You know, Dunlap had 4, but you know,
2 of them were free throws, right?
2 free throws, but she had a couple of nice drives to the basket where she just wasn't able to convert.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, the thing they're going to have to do better is convert. And I don't think that the Lady Dragons had any second chance points. They didn't have much of anything as far as offensive rebounds.
Not like they did. Whew,
yeah.
They killed us. They probably had 6, 7, 8 offensive rebounds.
All right, so we got about 4 minutes left here before second half action gets underway. We're going to thank some more sponsors, and we'll come back here with second half action from West Central High School on a snowy Saturday afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to RTC4.com's coverage of Argos Dragons basketball.
RTC Fiber Communications is now serving the community of Argos. Now you can enjoy the incredibly fast speed and reliability of fiber internet. Stream movies, surf the web, or watch your favorite local videos on RTC4.com. All from RTC Fiber Communications, now serving Argos. Give RTC a call today or check us out online at www.rtc1.com.
Are the other guys offering you less than you expect for your trade-in? At Shepherd Chevrolet Buick in Rochester, they trade your way, offering you top dollar for your trade-in vehicle. Hi, I'm Chris Smith, PGA Tour player and Rochester native. Shepherd's prides themselves on giving you the highest amount possible for your trade. If someone is giving you less than you expect, come out to Shepherd's and give them the opportunity to find a deal that works for you. Shepherd's Chevrolet Buick in Rochester, where they trade your way.
Every touchdown from every game, every Sunday afternoon.
Don't miss a touchdown with Red Zone from NFL Network and RTC Fiber Communications. Call today to get yourself set up for all the action. Protect yourself from personal attack on campus, in the home, at the mall, or wherever you are. Blue Dragon Taekwondo in Rochester is offering a self-defense boot camp so that you have the basic skills to protect yourself in an attack. Blue Dragon is the area's leading martial arts facility. Master instructor Dave Colger and his team welcome new participants and those seeking to learn the basic self-defense techniques. Contact Blue Dragon Taekwondo today to learn more about this exciting self-defense boot camp.
Oh, here it is. You know what you're looking for underneath your truck? I don't, but I know who does. The professional service staff at Shepherd's knows how to fix my vehicle and get me back on the road fast. Schedule your next service appointment online at shepherdsrochester.com. From simple oil changes to major engine repairs, Shepherd's is the only place for me.
Farming is a way of life for many of our Hoosier families. Protect all of your farming assets with coverage from Evans Agency in Rochester. They offer farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your coverage needs. Judy Evans and her staff have been serving the insurance needs of this community for over a decade. Let Judy help you protect your farm, your life, your business, and all of your possessions. Evans Agency, online at evansagencyrochester.com.
All right, welcome back here. Second half getting set to get underway from West Central High School. It's the Winter Classic Girls Varsity Championship.
Yes.
The Argos, I was trying to figure out why everybody over there had towels. Did somebody come in and spill something?
I don't know.
Manikowski's on the floor before the quarter half even starts. All right, the Dragons have a bit of a hill to climb, down 18-10 after one half of play here to the Winamac Lady Warriors. Hopefully they shook off some Christmas rust and can come out here strong starting the third quarter.
Yeah, they better do something.
All right, here we go, second half. Lady Dragons going to come back out with their original 5 starters, as are the Lady Warriors. So Dunlap, Manikowski, Morris, Kuntz, and Stricker. 5 out on the floor to start the second half for the Lady Dragons. And here we go, second half underway.
All right. Looks like they're in a 2-3 zone. Manikowski's all over. And there's a steal from Dunlap. From behind, and she's going straight to the goal. Lays it up, and it just, that's the way it's been tonight. Ball's loose. Shots up and in and out. Kuntz doesn't get it. Ball's loose.
Travel.
And they call the travel. They got to lay it down. They got to put those balls in like that. Dunlap, unfortunately, missed that layup, and she's got to make those. We need every point off of takeaways that we can get. Shift over. Dunlap cuts it across. Kuntz is wide open, puts it down low, and it's out of bounds, and there's the turnover.
Would have liked to seen her just take that little 8-footer right there. She had Morris on, who had position for the rebound.
And there's a steal by Dunlap again.
Steals have not been a problem.
Fed down to Morris, misses. And nobody's underneath, not a single white player underneath, under to get the ball.
The one thing, if I have one thing, there's a 2-pointer. That's Brogdon again. Morris takes all of her shots going away from the basket.
And there's a throwaway.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
She'll take a dribble, go back, go towards the basket.
She wants
draw
to.
the contact.
She needs to get them.
Yeah.
And that's part of a confidence thing.
All right, we got a 30-second timeout on the floor. The Lady Warriors come out and score the first bucket of the second half.
And we go down and steal the ball twice. We can't even get a bucket.
Well, we've got three turnovers to start the half, and yeah, that's the biggest thing. You know, we saw it in the JV game. You know, converting those turnovers into points, and right now the Lady Dragons are just not doing that.
We graduated some players, but we have quality out there, and we're just not able to put the numbers up. My word.
All right, so Winamac with the ball here, 6:35 left in the third.
And it's tipped out of bounds by Dunlap again. Just about another steal.
You know, they're doing a good job. Like we said, they're anticipating the passes. They're getting in the passing lanes. They just got to come down the other end and put it in the bucket.
Kicks it over. There's the shift. Turns, kicks it out. Here's a 3, and it's in.
Erica Brogdon is killing the Lady Dragons.
Yep.
She's got 12 points here in the game.
And that's something that Coach Teal's going to have to recognize, and the girls need to recognize, not to leave her open. Stricker has it. Dunlap fakes. Drives in, and there's a foul.
So the foul is going to be on Sanders.
Should be her first.
Second.
First of the half, I meant.
Yeah. Oh.
Dunlap has it. Stricker wide open for 3, and it's off the mark. Rebound. Manikowski. Oh,
carried it.
Well, they could have got her for a foul, so missed. Air ball. Rebound goes to Dunlap. And she gets fouled.
From behind by Brum.
Hoffman's going to come in, most likely for Manikowski.
Brum's second foul.
Now entering the game for Argos, number 20, Maggie Cagney Hoffman.
Dunlap gets it. Over to Hoffman. Splits it. Kuntz loses it. Stricker needs to be smart. Tips it up. And there's a steal. Good work from Stricker. She went up with it, so it's not a foul. Third steal of the night for Stricker. We talked about them building off of those numbers from the second quarter, and they've done that. And that's a great play.
Post move by Morgan Dunlap. She's got 6.
And they need about 12 more of those.
Right.
Foul, Kuntz.
That'll be Rachel's second, and that's going to put Brum at the line again, shooting 2. That's going to be her 5th and 6th free throws here of the game. 5'10" junior Brum puts the first one up and off the back iron, no good. She's 3 of 5.
Well, I mean, like Brogdon, you're talking about it. Her positioning and how she stands and just out on the court, she doesn't look like she would be, a natural baller, but man, she is putting the lights out on the shots.
4-6, Brum good with the second.
Yep.
She's got 6 points for the Lady Warriors.
Dragons back down by 12. And Dunlap gets it over. Morris, Kuntz. Morris goes up and puts it in for 2.
There she was going towards the bucket. That's 6 points for Macy Morris.
And
Dragons
now,
to within 10 again.
Here they go. Now let's see them get some points off of those steals that they've been creating.
22, Macy, get out there.
And that's just about there. Joel jumper, and it's off the bound. Rebound, Stricker. Pulls it up, goes across to Dunlap. Dunlap looks, going to take it all the way in and lost control of it. And they kick it down, and there's a steal. Oh, it's almost stolen by Hoffman. And it's swatted. Block shot by
Well, she does lead the team in blocks.
Well, there's the first one for the entire team and the first one of the game for her.
Now, she's had a couple, but then she got called.
Yeah. And there's
Good
a
block
rebound.
out. Much better job by the Lady Dragons blocking out this half.
Pull-up jumper, and that's a lot smoother. Rebound, and that's off of.
Oh,
yes. Oh, she had her hand on 15. I thought Kuntz hit it, but she put her arm up and got it.
All right, let's see what the Lady Dragons can do. They're going to get a second chance opportunity here. They're down 10. They need to cut into that lead. Throw it off her back. Throw it off her back.
Gets it over to Dunlap, and that's loose. 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 A jump ball, and it's going to be
Lady Dragons.
Argos. So once again, ugly version of maintaining possession, rolling around.
They've struggled. You've seen even in the JV game they
off
were
her back. We see it. Macy needs to do it. Dunlap gets it. Hoffman. And Hoffman turns around. Dunlap has it now. Kuntz. And there's a reach in on number 5.
That's Maggie Smith's second foul.
The foul is on Maggie Smith.
It's going to be the third team foul on the Lady Warriors.
I wish there was a way to get her attention to tell her off the back. And because Stricker's good enough, she can do it with ease. Dunlap fakes, looks, drives, lays it in, and that's a great move.
Morgan Dunlap with 8 points now for the Lady Dragons.
And here comes the Dragons now, rolling a little bit of momentum, wanting to battle, kicks it in the middle, and it's a steal by Dunlap again. And she's knocked from behind, and it's going to be their ball. So once again, we steal it and cannot convert.
Well, back to within 8. 3 minutes left to go here in the third.
Could have cut that to 6. Would have been very good for the momentum of the Lady Dragons. Fakes down. Good shot down by Kuntz. There's a shot, and it's in.
Another nice shot inside by Brom.
And that, instead of being down by 6, now they're back to down by 10. Hoffman, take a 3. We can't force those in and turn it over just like that. She traveled, though. Shoot the ball. Somebody's got to shoot it. We pass it around and we end up losing it. Stricker off the back. Come on, do it. Hoffman gets it. Over to Kuntz. Fakes Morris. Little jumper. That's what I'm talking about. Take the shot.
Macy Morris has 8 now for the Lady Dragons, and there's almost a turnover.
And there's a tip from behind. Oh,
if the rest of her team would have been up there, they would have had
somebody else would have take the initiative. So it's back to a close battle. Let's see what we can do. Let's cut into the lead. She's wide open. Fakes. Stands there, and it's a bad shot. Over the back, no. They tip it, and she steps on the line, and it's going to be Dragons ball, and that's great work. And that's what they needed. They needed to stop. Now they got to convert this into some points. Here comes the try. Dunlap's got room.
3-on-2.
Kuntz loses it. And it's just those silly little mistakes that really hurt the Dragons.
We got a full timeout by Coach Croft of the Winamac Warriors. 26-18 is your score with 1:20 left to go here in the third quarter. We're going to take a break and come back here in just a minute. You're watching RTC4.com's coverage.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
All right, welcome back here. Winamac calls a timeout with 1:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Lady Warriors are up 26-18. Lady Dragons are battling tough. They've caused 7 turnovers, but they've committed 7 of their own and haven't been able to convert those turnovers into many points here.
Well,
Stricker still not yet on the board.
Well,
she's struggling
Manikowski
here.
looked at me. I told Manikowski, she told Stricker. So hopefully, if we get another one underneath our basket, that same play will be available, and we'll see what happens. Trying to help the team a little, and that's a nice shot, and it's in.
Lainey Joseph gets the bucket. That's only her 4th point of the night. Puts the Dragons back down by 10.
She doesn't need to score when her teammate's putting in 14, 16 points. Stricker kicks it over. Hoffman. Morris. Nice little move. 50 seconds left in the quarter. Dragons down by 10 again. Spotted them 10 in that first quarter, and we've never been able to make the ground up since. Kuntz loses it again.
Definitely been the worst quarter for the Lady Dragons as far as turnovers go.
She didn't have it, so it's a jump ball, and it's going to be Winamac's ball. Dragons down by 10, 27 seconds left in the third. Been a better defensive show, but not on the offensive end. Hoffman. And wide open, and block, tip, foul from Morris, and I think that's her first of the night.
The foul is on Macy Morris.
And she's almost to 20 points, isn't she?
Now in the game for Winamac, number 10, Blake Bailey.
13.
13, okay.
All right, sorry about that. Froze up after 3 quarters of play. Lady Warriors up 12, 30 to 18. And you missed a beautiful pass there from Stricker into Morris, but she was unable to. All right, 8 minutes left to play here. The Lady Warriors holding on to a 12-point advantage. And it's just been steadily building. It was 6 at the end of 1. It was 8 at the end of 2. And now it's 12 at the end of 3. Better quarter scoring-wise for the Lady Dragons. They got 8 points in that quarter, but they gave up 12.
Man.
And had 8 turnovers.
Well, we created 4 steals. We stole the ball 4 times, and we got nothing but an extra foul off of them during those 4 possessions. That was it. We didn't convert that. You put those, give us 8 more points, we're in this. Stricker has it. And there's a foul.
2-point takedown.
Yep.
It's going to be Brogdon with her foul. It'll be her second.
So let's see if she pays attention. We'll see what happens. She's got it and didn't look for it. Dunlap has it.
Didn't listen to you any better than she does me.
Morris for 3 and no bounce. Good rebound for Winamac. Kicks it down off her legs, and it's a turnover. Hoffman gets it over to Stricker. Morris is open. Oh, man, that could have been a 1v1 on there. Dragons get it across anyway. Stricker has it. Kicks it over to Dunlap. Dunlap battles, and she's fouled. Shooting 2.
They're going to get a foul on Blake Bailey, number 10. That's going to be her first.
Nope.
The foul is on Maggie Smith.
Maggie Smith. I didn't tell you who did it, so don't be announcing it yet. And it's in.
Dunlap makes the first. She's got 9 for the Lady Dragons.
Short.
Misses on the second. Oof. Morris needs to give her a little help.
Yeah,
She's going out of
just a
bounds.
bumper.
Yeah. It's only a foul if you get called.
There's a nice, that was a good block. That was a good block, but unfortunately they call the foul. That's her third.
The foul is on Macy Stricker.
That's pretty good for Stricker. She had 2 in the first quarter and managed to get all the way into the 6.5 minute mark, basically in the fourth, before she picked up her third, and that was a sketchy call. But
Smith misses on the first.
Dragons need to rebound this if it doesn't go in. And
good on the second. Smith has 5.
Koontz needs to settle down. Wake up. Hoffman goes through, turns, kicks it over. Great work out of the Lady Dragons, breaks the press, and Dunlap's wide open. Morris lays it in for 2.
Nice drive there by Morris.
I like that, but I want to see her be a little bit more aggressive on it. She was in, she did well, she's a little bit too timid. I want her to be charging, and there's a steal by Stricker. Dragons need this, and they get it. No foul called. Could have been an easy and one.
Stricker gets on the scoreboard.
Shot, and there's a great glass. Great use of the glass.
Well, that was Brum again, but that was Joseph that set her up for the easy bucket.
Morris, oh, turn to that goal, honey. Lays it up, and it misses. And they cut it across, and they get the pass in. Shot, fakes, looks. Now's a little jumper, and puts it in.
Well, Lainey Joseph is heating up here in the second half. She's got 6.
That's not a good sign for the Lady Dragons. Morris has it. Travel.
Yep.
Switched her pivot feet.
Yep.
Tell you what, I think Klutz could probably use a break, poor thing. Manikowski gets the pass in, and there's a steal by Morris. What can the Dragons do with it, though? Stricker has it. Drives in, fakes. Hoffman puts it up and misses. And Morris reaches over the back, and there's a foul.
It's going to be Macy's second, team's 4th.
The foul is on Macy Morris.
And it's that easy. With the initial pass. Now the Dragons are creating a little bit of havoc. Calls a timeout.
Full Winamac.
All right, we got a full timeout. It's a 35-23 Winamac lead with 4:34 left to go here in the game. We're going to take a break. Be right back here on RTC4.com's coverage of Argos Dragons.
Protect yourself from personal attack on campus, in the home, at the mall, or wherever you are. Blue Dragon Taekwondo in Rochester is offering a self-defense boot camp so that you have the basic skills to protect yourself in an attack. Blue Dragon is the area's leading martial arts facility. Master instructor Dave Colger and his team welcome new participants and those seeking to learn the basic self-defense techniques. Contact Blue Dragon Taekwondo today to learn more about this exciting self-defense boot camp.
All right, welcome back here. We've got 4:34 left to go in the girls varsity championship here at West Central High School. This is the Winter Classic. This is game number 2 of 3 here for us. We're going to be broadcasting another game after this. The boys varsity contest will put the Winamac Warriors and the Argos Dragons up against each other.
Well, you know, the Dragons are not out of this, and it got to battle. They're down 12. That's not. I've seen them make that in a short period of time. And they're just going to, Winamac's just going to eat some clock. Rachel says she has to have that. Here's a 3, and it's off the mark. Rebound, Dunlap.
A good strong rebound there by Morgan.
Shot, and it's off the mark. Gotta be careful. And there's a steal by Morris. Here comes Dunlap. Lost it. And it's brought back to Stricker, who's open for the three, and it misses. And lays it in.
Well, you miss a three on one end, and then you get beat down the floor on the other end, and then next thing you know, you're down 14. Obviously not found the range here from three-point land, so she's got to try and find some other ways to get in the score column. 3:13 left to go. Winamac's opened up a 14-point advantage, the largest lead of the game for the Lady Warriors. They look to be cruising to a championship here. We're going to take a break and be right back.
Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
All right, welcome back here. Lady Warriors in control with 3:13 left to go, up 37-23 over the Lady Dragons. I don't know, they could have used that game last night, Andy, I tell you.
I said, yeah, this is just, we're tired, and how you can be tired after this long of a break, it's because you've had this long of a break.
Right.
You've had it over two major holidays, or basically two major holidays, tons of food, this and that. It's just, they are out of sorts, not physically, or I just really think they're off mentally. They're just nervous or something, just not taking it to them.
Well, one thing that I noticed there at that timeout, they had 6 team fouls against Winamac with about 6 minutes left here in the quarter, and we still have not got that 7th. Dunlap hits a pull-up jumper.
And the Dragons need to pressure everything. They need to take the ball back, create some mistakes, and right there is an opportunity. Just about happened.
And that's a good job there by Brogdon.
Yeah, she knows.
You know, she's a senior. She's a smart player.
And there's just about a turnover. And there it is. Now the Dragons need to do something with it. Still down 12. And we need a couple buckets, and fast. And that scaring me there. Stricker turns it. Hoffman's open, down low. Gives it over to Kuntz. Kuntz is going to drive, kicks it out. Dunlap for three, and it's off the front. Gets the ball across timeline. And gets the ball low, and that's a steal from Stricker. Kuntz can get it, gets it over. Good work from Stricker and a good recovery from Kuntz. Loose, Dunlap. Gonna drive, shot, and nothing. She's going to the shoot two.
They're gonna get Brum on the foul. That's her 4th.
That's good for the Dragons.
So Dunlap at the line shooting 2 for the Lady Dragons. Off on the first. Anikowski's going to check back in. She's going to give Kuntz a break.
I told you earlier, but I noticed it earlier, and she could really use that break. And a few minutes ago might have helped her a little bit more. But
so Dunlap with one more here from the line. And she gets it.
The foul is on Macy Stricker.
11 points. Dragons have got to work. There's a steal, and it's loose.
Ooh. Ouch. That. How does she get up from that?
The crowd goes, ooh.
Her leg got pinned underneath
Well,
by Morgan.
You're young. They're a lot more flexible than us. That's for sure. That's Dunlap's third. There's a steal by Manikowski. Oh, and it's out of bounds, and that's great effort from Manikowski.
I would have been in a puddle on the floor after that.
You would have been crying.
She comes up with a smile on her face.
Yeah. Oh, she has a great feed, and that's a layup for the Lady Warriors, and that's just the way the night's going to be for the Lady Dragons. They're not going to have the power to come back from this deficit. Hoffman, and she's fouled. She's shooting two.
That
looked pretty
wasn't a
clean.
Foul. No, that wasn't a foul.
The foul is
Hoffman sinks the first one.
All right. 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Excuse me. Hoffman, 2 of 2. And there's an opening, and another opening, and an easy layup. And last minute of the game. Manikowski for 3, and it's off the mark. Have we made a 3 tonight?
I don't think so. No, we haven't.
.51 seconds, Dragons ball. Morse is open. And there's no doubt about it, the game is in hand. Morris splits them and takes it up. That's what I want to see all night long. Takes it through 2 and then battles over to the third and puts it in.
Well, we're not going to win this one, but
No.
if Macy Morris can play like that,
that's what we need.
She's
Big
going to
time.
really help in the second half here.
4th foul from Dunlap.
the foul is on Morgan Dunlap.
It's going to put Brum at the line. She's got 14. Make it 15.
And then how many does 22? She's got what, 14?
Yeah, she's got 14 as well.
So we got 2 players that's absolutely slayed us tonight.
15 for Brum.
Dunlap lays it up and misses, going to be fouled. And coach can't be happy. He's like, why are you guys fouling? Even a layup doesn't hurt us. We're up 13 and there's 20 seconds left.
It's going to be on Joseph. That'll be her third. Dunlap off again.
Oof. Well, long break between games. The girls have not had the fire and intensity. It's not from lack of effort. It's just not that fire, that passion that we know that they have obtained. And Winamac's had it the entire night, and it shows. Kicks it over and kicks it out. Smart play out of Winamac. And that's just smart basketball, and they have been the better team tonight.
Well, they beat us by 11 the first time, and they're going to beat us. Feed isn't working much better than our baskets were doing tonight. I apologize for that. We've been in and out. The Winamac Lady Warriors take the trophy home. They are the 2017 Winter Classic champions. They defeat Argos by a score of 43-31.
Yep, it was a good game for them. They definitely deserve.
All right, we're having all kinds of issues here. Things freezing up, but Jillian Brum led all scorers with 15. Erica Brogdon had 14. Lainey Joseph had 6. Maggie Smith had 4, 6, 7 for the Lady Warriors. For the Lady Dragons, Macy Morris with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Morgan Dunlap with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Kuntz had 2, Stricker had 2, and Hoffman had 2. So congratulations to Winamac. They fought hard, fought through a lot of turnovers here tonight. Once again, the Lady Dragons turned them over quite a bit for the second straight time, but once again, the Lady Warriors come away with the victory. 2 straight times here they've beaten the Lady Dragons this season. So the Lady Dragons are going to be off until next week. They're going to be going down to North Miami. It doesn't get any easier for the Lady Dragons. North Miami's got a pair of sisters, the Bolzer sisters, that are 6'2", 6'4", and they're going to pose a huge threat to the Lady Dragons. So we're going to wrap it up here for the girls varsity game. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks for Andy Stone and Blake